1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Hi there folks, and welcome again to Get Strumming. Now today I'm going to do something a little bit different. It's a song from the musicals. It's from Aspects of Love by Lloyd Webber, and it's called Love Changes Everything. Now this is a song that I was asked to put chords to by the uke group that I teach, the Shelley Over 60s ukulele band. And all the ladies and gents in that group really love all the musicals, and they said, oh, could we have a go at Love Changes Everything? So as I say, I put together this version. There's a little key change at the end just to lift it. So what I'm going to do first of all is show you how the song should go, and then we'll have a look at the chords. So here we go. This is Love Changes Everything. Love changes everything. Hands and faces, earth and sky. So there we go. So it's a pretty easy song to play. But as I say, first of all, let's have a look at the chords. So we're going to start off in the key of C major. So to play C major, just need one finger, your ring finger or your third finger. Place it on the 3rd fret, 1st string, that's the string closest to the ground. And you've got a C major. Next up, we've got a G7, so you're using your 1st, 2nd and 3rd fingers. 1st finger goes on the 1st fret, 2nd string. 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 3rd string. 3rd finger, 2nd fret, 1st string. Next up, we've got an F major, so you're going to be placing your 1st finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string. 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 4th string. That's the string closest to your face. There we are. So there are the chords for the C major key. Now we're going to lift it at the end of the song to the key of D major. So first of all, we're going to use an A7 chord, which is just using your 1st finger on the 1st fret, 3rd string. Then up to the D chord. So you're going to be using your 1st, 2nd and 3rd fingers on the 2nd fret, 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings. Now, if anybody finds this really difficult, because I know that some guys out there have got really chunky fingers, so what you might want to do is just use your 1st finger to press down on the 4th, 3rd and 2nd strings on the 2nd fret. So, or even press down on the 4th and 3rd string with your 1st finger and use your 2nd finger on the 2nd string. Either way, it doesn't matter, as long as you get that nice sounding clear run of the strings there. All right, then the next chord we're looking at is a G major. So again, we're using our 3 fingers. 1st finger goes on the 2nd fret, 3rd string. 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 1st string. 3rd finger, 3rd fret, 2nd string. Good. Next up, we've got a little bit of D7. A couple of ways of playing a D7. You can use either your 1st or 2nd fingers or 2nd or 3rd fingers, doesn't matter which, on the 2nd fret, 4th string and the 2nd fret, 2nd string. Either or is absolutely fine. Another way of playing D7 is to bar your 1st finger across the 2nd fret using your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret, 1st string. There we go. So that's the D7. Right. There are all the chords. Now we need to have a look at a strumming pattern. Now, if you're a beginner on the uke, as I always say in all my tutorials, keep it dead simple. Just keep the strumming like one beat for every beat of the bar. So in this case, we would be going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's an easy way of strumming the song. A little bit more complicated, you could do this. So again, we're just doing downstrokes, but this time it's down, 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 down. So it's entirely up to you which one to use. For the purpose of this tutorial, I'll be using the more sort of complicated. It's not really complicated, is it? So I'll use that one. But as I say, if you're watching at home, you're a beginner to the uke, just keep it simple. Okay, let's first of all have a look at the introduction. I've put together an introduction of C to G7, C to do G7, and then we go straight into the song. So here we go. So we start off on the C. Love, love, then to G7, changes back to C, everything. G7, hands and back to C, faces. F, earth and back to C, sky. G7, C, love. G7, love changes back to C, everything. G7, how you, back to C, live, and F, how you, back to C, die. Now to G7, love, can make the, back to C, summer fly, or a night seem, back to the F this time, like a G7, a lifetime. Yes, back to C, love, love, G7, changes back to C, everything. G7, now I see, tremble. G7, at your C, name. Then to the F, nothing in the world will ever, G7, be the, back to C, same. G7, C, G7. Now we're into verse 2. Now, if at any point you think that I'm going too quick, which is totally understandable, don't forget the little YouTube function in this video where you go to the top right hand side of this video, 3 vertical dots, press on those dots, and that will take you to a function menu. Go to playback settings and then to playback speed, and slow the video down to 0.75, and that will enable you to keep up with what I'm doing. It just slows the video down enough for you to be able to, as I say, take in the chord changes, because sometimes I realise that some of the chord changes might be a little bit quick, especially in this song, because you're going from a C, G7, C, so they are quite quick. All right, let's have a look at verse number 2. Okay, so we're going to start again with the C chord. 1, 2, 3, and love, love, G7, changes back to C, everything. G7, days are back to C, longer. Now to F, words mean C, more. G7, love, love, G7, changes back to C, everything. G7, pain is back to C, deeper. F than B, C, 4. G7, love, will turn your back to C, world around, and that world will then to F, last for G7, ever. Yes, back to C, love, love, G7, changes C, everything. G7 brings you C, glory. G7 brings you C, shame. F, nothing in the world will ever, G7, be the C, same. Now we're going to use the pivotal chord, which leads us from the key of C to the key of D major. So it goes like this: same, A7, and then we're going to start off now transposed to the key of D. So here you get that nice lift, off, in, and then to the A7, to the, back to D. World we know, or world we go. A7, planning, D, futures, G, shaping, back to D, years. A7, D, love. A7, bursts in and back to D, certainly. A7, all our D, wisdom. Now to G, back to D, peers. A7, love, makes fools of, back to D, everyone. All the rules we, back to G, made are A7 broken. Yes, now back to the D, love, love, A7 changes, back to D, everyone. A7, live, or D, perish. A7 in its D, flame. Then you can throw in a D7. Now to G, love will never, never let you. A7, B, D, same. D7. And now you might want to slow it down a little bit now because we're reaching the end. So here we go with a G. Love will never, never let you. A7, B, then back to the D. Same. A7, D. A7, D. G, D. Hey presto. There we go. That was Love Changes Everything by Andrew Lloyd Webber. So don't forget to check out my next video where I'm going to provide you with a full length play along. So basically you've got all the chords there. And once you've practiced the version from here, you can play along with my version. See if you can keep up with it. Thanks very much for joining me, and don't forget to check out more Get Strumming tutorials in the near future. Take care for now. Bye-bye.